All right, guys. Thank you for joining me again. Appreciate it as always. All right. So let's get the good stuff out of the way. The 5x5s, the 1000 5x5s. Loretta, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Prep to Adapt, Rhonda, Dobie, Flown Grown, Raccoon Eyes, Dow, Groundhog, Jennifer, thank you for the 5x5. DGC, Adam, Lisa, Uptech, Joe, Chair, Blackfoot, WTC, thank you for 5x5. Carbon Q, thank you for joining us. Teresa, Annie, Elaine, Cook, Southern, Tia, Annie, Ann, Toilet, thank you for the 5x5. Big Chase, thank you for the 5x5. Gary, thank you for the thank you for the donations, and thank you for the 5x5. Shannon, buy the book, thank you for the 5x5. Swamp, Patty, Clay, Let's Go, CJ, thank you for the 5x5. Cook with Steel, thank you for the 5x5. Maria, Rocky, Craig. Appreciate it, guys. Nora, Cooking, Flusker, S. Sergeant, thank you for the 5x5. Indiana, Evolving, Tracy, thank you for the 5x5. Danny, Donna, Lee, thank you for the 5x5. NJ Prepper, Michelle, Kitty, thank you for the 7x7. Thank you for the 5x5. Mary Crow, thank you for the 5x5. Face over his shoulder. Face over his shoulder. Face over his shoulder. Oh, yeah, it looks like it. Does look like one. Unique, Lazy, Lex, Randy, thank you for the 5x5. MM Prepper. You know what? I probably should. Like, if I stood off screen and just spoke into the mic and you guys stayed at the chair for an hour straight, that'd be interesting. People are like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are we staring at this chair? Where's his voice coming from? We could do that. It's funny because I was thinking about doing that once, just doing a live stream from, like, the couch over here. And then you guys staring at my chair. Or me just pointing out the stress points of my chair, like why my chair looks like the way it looks. But yeah. And I'm pretty sure if I put this, like, I did a short or something and I put it on Instagram, people would not get it. But yeah. Damn it, man. Carrie said, unsubscribe. That's it, enough. She goes, you put that chair on this screen, I'm going to unsubscribe from you. But anyway, so guys, as you can see what the title states tonight, it says, to fix this in, we already lost. Right? I'm a flat earther, just kidding. Listen, let me walk it back. You could be a flat earther all you want. Unless you could prove to me that it's flat, I don't want people to be like, fuck you, you're an asshole for thinking it's not flat. I'm like, you gotta fucking, you gotta give me proof. You can't just say it's flat and then end it there. Prepper Nation is doing audio lives for a bit? Really? What's that about? I guess. Yo, from like all of those people that I used to like talk to, yo, my prepper group friends is fucking tiny now. And you know what's funny? When I went, and some of you that have been on here long enough, you know what I'm talking about. When I used to talk to like who the fuck was that chick? TJ, whatever her fucking name was, and then Prepper Nation, and like all of those dudes, like they were all phonies. Like every last one of them were fucking phonies, man. And it's like, and now my friend circle is super fucking tight, super small. Hell, like Magic Prepper and I, we're not buddies and shit, but we still talk from time to time. Obviously, the Prepper Revelator, Hudson Valley, we talk all the time. The Roaming Prepper, right? We talk all the time. Every now and again, what's her name? Road Preparedness, we talk. But like everybody else, TJ Preps, thank you. Yo, all of those people were fucking phonies. What was the other guy? The other one that fucking went on a tear. He went after Pinball for like no reason. Something Tribe, I forgot his name. Right? Like all of these people that like we're trying to like to be, fuck those people. Right? Grim Survival. Yo, these people were fucking knuckleheads. Like, and you know what? I shouldn't be calling people out, but I also don't give a fuck. And I even talked to a Northern girl from time to time. You know, and again, these are like the small prepper tribe, right? These are the small band of people I talk to now because I don't like anybody else, and I don't want to like anybody else, right? Went to Homestead. We talk every once in a blue moon, you know, but nonetheless, and she still pops up on here, right? What's her name? That had a channel. She was sick. Her name is Andy, but I talk to her a little more frequent now. Yeah, I don't talk to Gray Man Prepping with his bullshit. Yo, sugar, I like that. Sugar and salt are the same color. Be careful who you trust. And that's the problem. When you trust these people, you know, it's just, yeah, and that was the other thing. There was so much bantering and shit. I didn't even want to, like, and when I saw a lot of the bantering online, I'm like, are these people fucking arguing over bullshit? I'm just like, fuck this. And, you know, I took a step back. Alaskan Prepper, I talked to him once in a blue as well, too, you know. But a lot of these people, man, it was just like, and so it's, I've always been somebody with a small circle of friends. Always. I'm not good with having, I don't like having a big assortment of friends. I really don't. People I know, that's one thing. But friends, like, jump in a car, drive over there to see if they're doing good kind of friends, tiny. I think I can count on one hand how many friends I have. And even though I'm in the fire department and I go out of my way for a lot of those guys, even that, it's a small band of dudes, man. Just small. You know? You could postcard me, you know, all right. But, yeah, listen. NY Emotional Prepper. Holy shit. I talk to Greg every now and again, too. Havoc said I unsubscribed from Canadian Prepper. Canadian Prepper is about money. As long as you know that about him, you'll be okay. You know? But if you believe his bullshit, that's a different story. He does sound convincing sometimes, but I stopped listening to that dude. I talk to Bear. I talk to CJ enough. You know, especially when he's like, yo, we're going down here. I'm like, all right, I'm in my truck. And then, you know, I go down there and help out. Bear is, again, a lot of people are like, I don't like Bear because Bear's a good dude. He does come across arrogant, but he's not as arrogant as one would seem. Only 147? I'm unsubscribing. Right, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, again, guys, the whole friend shit, yo, very small. I even talk to Catskill Prepper every now and again. I talk to her as well. Not saying that we're friends, we talk, you know, enough. But, yeah, my circle of friends, tiny. Viking Prepper's cool. I like him as well. I mean, I don't talk to the guy as much, but he seems to be legit. But, yeah, man, listen, small band of friends. But anyway, guys, back to the whole, the fixes in. Listen, the reason why I've been saying what I've been saying about Trump is not because I want him to lose. I don't want him to lose. I want him to win. But watching what's going on, watching them pick a lady who had no chance, matter of fact, picking a lady who they did not want to be on Joe Biden's ticket. They didn't want that chick on Joe Biden's ticket. They were like, this bitch, no. We can't, we got to find somebody else. And they didn't find anybody in time. And then they pick her to take over President Biden's campaign. Like, there has to be some legal or illegal bullshit in that. Right? And there isn't. For some reason, there isn't. And there should have been a legal issue with her taking over Joe Biden's campaign and saying, I'm running for president, and all of these people throwing money at her like a stripper in a fucking club. Who the fuck gets that much money in that amount of time? Strippers do. They were watching this whore dance on stage and they were making it rain. She gets $200 million in an absurd amount of time. The fix is in, man. The amount of commercials they're pushing for her right now, she called out Donald Trump, and Donald Trump just accepted, by the way, this morning, at least an article I read, he accepted the debate. They're like, if she wins the nomination for the Democratic Party, then I'll debate her. She's winning. Anybody who says anything else other than This bitch is in. She's in. She's a shoe-in. There's no maybe. There's no curveball. She is the Democrats' nomination. Period. For anybody to say anything else, you're fooling yourself. And all of a sudden, a lady who had the lowest vice president approval rating, so low they wanted to replace her, all of a sudden she announces she's running for president, and now she's beating Trump in the polls, and in some cases Trump is losing in the polls. He dropped 4 points. The fix is in, guys. There is no way Trump wins this election. Zero. Now, unless some magical shit happens, unless he changes J.D. Vance, and if he changes J.D. Vance now, it would hurt his campaign. Unless he goes with Vecchi. If he picks Vecchi, he has a shot at winning. If he dumps Vance and picks another unknown, he's done. I think he's done as it is anyway. Yeah, when she says, say it to my face, I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? A lot of guys have said it in your face. A lot of guys have done a lot of things on your face. She needs to be careful how she words things, because we all know what she used to do. House of Lamar. Listen, I get it. Again, a House of Lamar. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I hope that these polls are being made up to convince people to vote for her. I'm hoping that these polls are being made up so that people go, you know what? Yeah, let's side with her. I'm hoping. But Trump going after her ethnicity, that was the dumbest fucking move since the dumbest moves. He's in a fight for the American people's life, and you go after her ethnicity? What kind of stupidity is that? It's why I believe, guys, he is tanking his own presidency. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't go after somebody's ethnicity. Let the bitch believe whatever the fuck she believes she is. Let her believe that. She's all of a sudden African American. You're not African American. First of all, you're Jamaican, East Indian. You're not African American. That's number one. I have to quit YouTube. Johnny 308. Listen, I try to be as realistic as possible. I know, like Paprika, right, Pauline? Listen, like I said, I hope I'm wrong. But I put it to you. You and Lamar, I will bet $100 that he loses the election. $100 each. So that's $200 total. I will bet you money he's fucking gonna lose this. That's how sure I am. And the only reason why I'm sure is because I'm following what's going on. Yeah, Paprika, the problem is you can't screw up in a race like this. You can't. You got to walk a fine line and dot your I's and cross your T's. You cannot afford anything. And he's giving this race to her by attacking her bullshit. If he debates her and goes on the stage and calls her out for fucking being not black, well, if he calls her out for being not black, maybe he'll win. But he's going to lose votes. Don't. I'm unsubscribing if Camel Toe wins. Well, listen, a lot of people are going to unsubscribe. Can it be like, that chocolate Negro was right? He was right. $50. Yo, it is what it is. Firefly, nobody who has a sound mind likes Kamala Harris. But because people hate Donald Trump so much, they will go with Kamala Harris. There were people who hated Kamala Harris so much that when they turned around and wanted her replaced, but then Biden stepped down, they were like, shit, we got to back this bitch. So they are. I don't know. All I know is this is bad. Just bad as shit, man. That's all I know. It's people with the loud music. I don't understand. Let's play loud music at 10:20 at night. Because I don't understand why. Anyway. But yeah. Yeah, people listen. If I'm right, I don't want to be right. I want to be sorely wrong. I want to be fucking so wrong, I have to put an apology video. That's how wrong I want to be. But I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Jason Crutchfield. People are religious about the Democratic Party. People are also religious about the Republican Party. Matter of fact, there's a religion called the Trump religion, where people are sitting there thinking that everything Trump does is right. That's a derangement. That's the same thing as people thinking Biden was right. I argued with an idiot today when I was talking about Biden stumbling, when I was talking about Biden stumbling on his words. He was like, no, Trump has dementia, not Biden. And I go, have you listened to any of his speeches? And people like, the guy's like, yeah, but there's a reason why he stumbles on his word. And I like, Trump missing out on a couple words means he has dementia? These people, guys, will hate Trump so much that they have a religion that actually hates Trump, and they'll like anything else. They'll like whatever the fuck it is. Prep Revelator, I know, they're already pulling the race in their favor. I think they're even doctoring a lot of these polls to convince people that's who they should go with. But that's the craziness. That's the craziness of the whole thing. Is that they're already starting and giving her money. Yeah, listen, Adriana, it's brainwashed on both sides. I don't like Republicans going, look at the Democrats. We got Republicans that are brainwashed into thinking Trump could do no wrong. We got Democrats that think Kamala Harris now can do no wrong, even though she has. This is because people are deranged and they do not think for themselves. They are always sitting here talking about how good these two people are and they can do no wrong. Bullshit. It's bullshit. And it's enough. You have to look at Trump for his idiocy. You have to look at Kamala Harris for her whoreness and idiocy. I don't understand half the thing Biden say, but Biden will go, and people go, yes, yes, and they start clapping like fucking retarded seals. But that's what it is. Latinas for Trump. Yo, listen, there's a lot of people voting for Trump. And here's the other thing, too. There are a lot of Mexicans voting for Trump. There are a lot of Spanish people voting for Trump. Blacks are voting for Trump. But I think they're trying to, what is that called? It's a psych op, where you keep mentioning somebody winning when they're not. Lying, right? If you repeat a lie so much, if you repeat a lie enough, people believe it. That's what I believe they're doing with Kamala Harris. I believe that with her polls, they're lying about her polls so much, people are going to be convinced to go, I'm going to have to vote for her. Because they keep inundating us with how well she's doing. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope come election day, at the polls, we are wrong. So, that I'm wrong. I hope at the polls I'm wrong. I hope that come election day, people stand up and vote against Kamala Harris and for Trump, and for the right reasons. Don't vote for Trump because you don't like Kamala Harris. You got to vote for Trump because you're believing he's going to do something for this country. That's why you're voting for these people. And vote for Kamala Harris because you believe she's going to do well for this country. Don't vote for her because you hate Trump, because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. That is right up there with flat earthers. But again, a lot of people are like, I love Kamala Harris. She's going to do well. She might do well. No, she won't. Who the fuck am I kidding? Kamala Harris is going to destroy this country. That much I know. I could put money on if she wins. Not if she wins. When she wins, she's going to destroy the country. I could put another $200 on that if anybody would like to take that bet. But yeah, they're trying to sit there and defeat us by looking at the polls and going, Trump's numbers are coming down. And people are going to be like, well, if he's losing, why should I vote for him? That's what they're trying to do. Mighty Warrior. I already know Harris is going to win. Mighty Warrior is trying to be like the first one to report it. He's like, I said it first. No, he did not say it first. I've been saying it for fucking weeks now. A week and a half, rather. That Kamala Harris is going to win. Paprika's like, quit saying it. It's listen. Paprika, look at what's going on. Pay attention to what's going on, and then you're going to be like, shit. And because they're already starting with their little tactics called cheating, they're already starting with it. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. If I'm hurting your virgin ears, just call this one out tonight. Someone's definitely unsubscribing tonight. They're like, this fucking guy, him and his fucking bullshit guessing. I hate him. Yeah, and that's exactly it, J-Flo. She is retarded. That's why we're screwed. But people don't want Trump because Trump might do some crazy shit like getting rid of a lot of people. People think he's gonna figure out the 2025 project and follow a lot of that. If he follows a lot of that, there are gonna be a lot of out of work people. A lot. And 2025 project is not a bad project. I get into debates with people all the time. I go, you didn't even read it. You know how I know you didn't read it? Because if you read it, you would have been like, a lot of that is not bad for this country. People don't read it. I got to finish reading it, by the way. I got to finish thumbing through more of it. But it's a lot. Dan's like, what can we do? What should we do? Just prepare. All we can do is prepare, guys, because it's going to get fucking crazy after she wins. That's all I can say. Don't be angry. Dangerous stuffs. Dangerous stuffs? I don't know what that means, but alright. I should have a rainbow. Angry Granny. Anyone who has not had taken his ears virgin. Oh, yeah, some. No, but I mean, I get it. There's certain people that just they're wholeheartedly. They're groundhogs like, I'm leaving. What, America or the channel? You choose, man. Either way, like I said, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. This time around, I do not think I am. What they did with the last election was some sneaky shit. They just did it in Venezuela. They just did the same exact shit in Venezuela. They're going to do it here. We just got to figure out what to do next. And whether or not are we going to do the same thing. Meaning, fight for this election. Because we know, guys, where this is. But yeah, this is not good. That's all I'm saying. It's not a good deal. I don't see this working out in our favor, and I definitely feel something needs to go down. Something needs to happen. Because they're already. The wall is fake. I'm leaving. It was funny. I don't know why people thought this. I can't understand why people thought this was real. He's in an apartment. He has a real brick wall behind him. Like, I know that there's some apartments downtown that have exposed brick. That's what it's called. The exposed brick look. But I don't have that. If I expose these bricks, it'd be cinder blocks, and it'd look like I'm in jail. So, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I live in a fireproof apartment. I could torch this entire apartment, and it would not spread to another apartment unless it auto-exposes. And auto-exposes when it laps out of the window and catches another floor above it on fire. That happens often if the windows are open. But if I close these windows and set this apartment on fire, this fire wouldn't spread. So this is a safe haven, or if you will, a safe room during the apocalypse. But yeah. Yes, vote still FUBAR. Bella, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Did it say that? Pure. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's only a fake brick, hence don't be a big prick. I like that one. You're doing this on the side of the road. Yeah, well, listen. Also, the other thing is, the other talk I forgot to mention is his sentencing September 11. His sentencing could also determine the rest of his campaign. Now, granted, he's probably going to get probation. He is most likely going to get probation. People seem to think he might go to jail. If, in the small chance that he goes to jail, his campaign is done. Done. unless they give him a little leeway to finish his campaign, he's done. That's the other problem. So we have that to look forward to. His actual sentencing, September 11th. That's a month away. But anyway, real quick, before we go off the air in about 5 minutes, I want to address the boxing incident in France. Excuse me. Fucking dying over here. I think it's my chair. Anyway, and I don't think a lot of illegals will be allowed to vote in this one because this is a federal election or a national election, sorry, and they don't have the rights to vote in the national elections. But they do, in a lot of places, have the rights to vote in smaller municipalities. Like even New York City put it up for a vote and they shot it down immediately. The Democrats shot it down immediately. So go figure that. But anyway, the boxing incident that happened in France where the young lady took, it looked like, 3 hits to the face and tapped out. And of course, she fought. Of course, she fought a man. And the name of the boxer was Imam Kafi, whatever her name was. So this lady boxes a dude, right? And the lady's name was Angela Carini from Italy. That was the one who tapped out in the fight. So she took, it looked like maybe 2-3 hits to the face, and she backed away. The ref jumped in the middle, and she backed away, and she called it quits. And of course, like the idiots they are, they awarded this Imam Khalif from Algeria, right? An Algerian who is a man who is faking to be a woman. Now, there's also another boxer who's in the ring as well. He's also a dude. He was wearing blue. I think he's from some Asian country. But everybody is calling bullshit on this. And everybody has had enough. Bella, thank you for the donation again. Appreciate it. But these two boxers, these two men, were allowed to box in the Olympics, and people are furious right now because it was a 46-second match. She took a couple of hits to the face and she bowed out. And on top of that, started crying, broke down and cried in front of the world because after she got rocked, and listen, she took those hits and I give it to her. She was still standing up. She was still standing up. So good for her in that manner, but she also knew that she couldn't take any more hits. So yeah, someone said Georgia. No, it's Algeria, not Georgia. The other boxer, hold on, let me France Olympic boxing incident. France Olympic. Give me 2 seconds. And they keep saying that the two female boxers met Paris Olympic rules. Right? So the one female boxer, okay, the other one is of Taiwan. Lin Yun Ting of Taiwan and Imane Keflif of Algeria are competing at their second Summer Games. Both finished outside the medals at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Now, after this incident, I do not see anybody else letting a man jump into the ring with a woman because more people are pissed. Apparently, the Olympics made a statement. I didn't get to read that statement. It appeared while I was doing a live stream, so I'll read it later. But little too late, man. A little too late. And so they said that Lynn was stripped of her bronze medal, and they keep calling them hers. That's the other problem with this whole thing. They keep calling these men her. Just like the whole Mr. Beast incident. For those that are following it and those that are not, apparently the Ava guy, the dude that is pretending to be a chick, but it's really a dude, Ava Travis? No, wrong. You type in Mr. Beast, and that's like all over the place. But he took a hit. So, Mr. Beast incident is growing, obviously, because of his transgender friend who sat there and was talking to minors. And they keep calling, I think his name is Ava now, but I think it was Chris before Ava. And they keep saying her. Now on YouTube, even if you misgender, you can get a strike for that, believe it or not. Right, was grooming kids, but it's not Ava, it's Chris. Thank you. And we're not going to play, because you keep playing into this game, and these people keep doing more and more. Right? I mean, like, it's like, enough already. This person has a psychological problem. He was doing this shit before he became a chick. And there's a long evidence. There's a lot of evidence, and there's a whole chat conversation behind this shit. Now, Mr. Beast, of course, is like pissed off because they're saying he knew. I think he knew of some of it. The Mr. Beast's friend was Ava Tyson, which used to be Chris Tyson. Now, Chris Tyson obviously had some mental problems because he left his wife and his kids to live his life as a woman. Well, anyway, when Ava was Chris was talking to underage kids. Now, YouTube, again, has been giving people strikes. They've been demonetizing channels and videos if you talk about this. Go fucking figure. So, undoubtedly, this live stream is going to be demonetized now because I'm talking about it. But fuck them. YouTube wants to protect their golden boy, Mr. Beast, which I don't have a problem with Mr. Beast. Good for him for making the money. But the people were saying that he knew about Chris Tyson's chat. I don't think Mr. Beast was in there enough to understand that. Like, I have what you call it? What's that called? Not a group me. The fuck's the name of that shit that he was on? Discord. I have a Discord. I'm barely ever on it. There are more people on my Discord than I am. So if some improper shit's going on there, I don't know about it. Obviously, I take a look from time to time to make sure there is no shit going on there. But Mr. Beast wasn't on there a lot. So I hate to be defending him, but he can't keep track of that shit all the time. But this kid, Chris Tyson, also known as Ava Tyson, who is a guy, was on there doing this thing with kids. Asking kids for improper pictures and shit. Inappropriate pictures, sorry. And so, of course, now they're there. But people keep playing into the Olympic athletes and calling them her, and feeding into Ava Tyson, calling him her. It's a dude. These are dudes. These dudes look like a lady. That's what it is. If I could play that fucking song on here, I would. We gotta stop. We gotta stop giving into their bullshit. Enough already. These people are sick. They have mental problems. If you want to get into a ring with a woman just so you can knock her around, you have a mental instability. Simple. It's not math. 50 Tysons. Ting ping. I watched the Mr. Beast video once. I didn't get the allure. I didn't get it. My kids were watching it. I'm like, why are we watching a bunch of grown-ass idiots act like idiots? They were like, well, because, and I'm like, and some of the challenges were cool. I give it to them, but it wasn't my fucking... Angry Prepper Discord. It's Angry Prepper on Discord. Again, I'm like almost never on there. Like once in a blue, I'll peek my head in. I'm like, all right. I think my son's on there. I think he was managing it for a little bit. I don't know if he is. I don't have the patience for it. I'm too old for that shit. Pootie Tang. Such a great movie. I don't have the link to Discord. I would have to go on Discord, get the link, and then show it to you. I don't even know where my fucking phone is. But yeah. Men today want to be men. So, yo, Google, thank you for bringing that up. It's actually the opposite of that conversation. I've been running into this phenomenon, guys. Now, I'm single. But I'm not looking to date, right? I mean, like, obviously, if a chick hits on me, I'll bite. But there's a phenomenon going on that I did not know, but I understood as soon as these women started talking. a phenomenon about women who are looking for men, and they're having a hard time looking for men because so many men are gay, and not gay like in homosexual gay in the way they act, gay in the way they behave. And this is a phenomenon going on. So now, you're not single chocolate? You're not single chocolate? Yeah, but anyway. So, women are complaining that they can't find men. One chick, she was like, I'm 30 years old, I have a house, I have this, I have that, I have this, but I can't find a decent man. I'm like, yo, I'm perfectly fine doing shit on my own. 904, quit your shit, it's annoying. Who's 904? Alright, whatever. I must have missed something. But yeah. Yeah, listen, I don't... Falcon, not trying to make any swipes to you, but I do not trust a chick with a ton of man friends. I don't. That's a giant red flag for me. And to explain why, it's a long story. But any chick who goes, I have men friends, I don't have too many females, that's a red flag. A giant red flag. But yeah. With that, guys, and listen, like I said, I'm perfectly fine being single. I mean, I remember when I was single, I was on the apps, I was looking for chicks, I was like, yeah, get some. Now I'm like, fuck that. No, thank you. When do you lift? When do I lift? Right now I'm doing body work exercises, J-Flow. I do kettlebell work. I do a lot of kettlebell work now, which burns off a lot of fat, by the way. But I am going to do a video on a workout that I have been doing that I think everybody should do. I call it the Daily 50. It's called the Daily 50, but I also call it the Old Man Workout because it's for old-ass motherfuckers like us. Yeah, everybody's like, and that's the problem. That's the problem evolving media, that we are comfortable with being single. And at some point, like, don't get me wrong, there are some days I'm like, I wish I could just turn and talk to somebody, but I don't have that luxury. But our generation are too comfortable with being single. And that's a bad thing too. That's also a red flag. Right? I can get in my car right now and drive to Tennessee again and do more pictures. I don't have to ask anybody. But I would also like to go on that road trip with somebody. Right? But right now I'm at a point where I'm just enjoying this. Don't get me wrong. My son's mother in Connecticut calls me up. She wants to hang out. I'll go hang out with her. Right? My wife downtown, she wants to go out and eat somewhere. I'll go out and eat with her. My friend in Long Island, she wants to hang out and go get something to eat. I'll go get something to eat. But the dating scene, J-Flow, yo, it's worse than atrocious. It's bad. It's a fucking nightmare. You know what kind of nightmare it is? It's like watching Rosie O'Donnell have sex with Rosie O'Donnell. That's the kind of nightmare the dating scene is. Right? It just does. It's horrible. He says Jason needs a prepper dating channel. No. Listen, the one thing I understand about being single is a lot now that I've been single for 2 years or going on 2 years. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And again, I do enjoy it at times. I don't enjoy it all the times. Someone sorry, I just saw that. Angry Granny, sorry. My husband of 40 years passed away. Yeah, Granny, Angry Granny. Your husband passed away, sorry to hear that, of 40 years. I don't expect somebody like you to go out and date. Like my mother. My mother lost my father, right? My father died, 2 years ago? This October. She's not looking to date anybody. Someone said he's not single. I am single. A Falcon, because yeah, me and my wife, we still talk. We're not divorced, but we're not together, right? But yeah, we're not together, so that makes me single. I'm not. He was a jerk. Okay, all right. He was a jerk. Well, Mine just died, so I don't bother. And that's the other thing. If you just lost somebody, I don't see you out there, mixing it up. And listen, the dating game has changed. It's fucking horrendous. Like, it is horrendous. Horrendous, man. I've never seen anything like it. I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? Why is it so complex? And the problem with dating, and this is for guys over 40. The problem with dating women over 40 now, or even young girls, is that those women who haven't been married, they want to get married immediately. And I'm not on that bullshit. I'm not getting married again. If I was to get married again, if I was to divorce and get married again, it's only one person. And that's not happening. Carrie, how many women have you dated at once? Back in my heydays, I would say about 8. But I made it perfectly clear that I was dating. That this wasn't a thing yet. And then when it became a thing, I had to separate the other 7 ladies. Again, that was my heydays. That's when I was way better looking than I am now. Right now, like, I'm like the Crypt Keeper, all fucked up and like, I'm sorry. I'm like fucking Slaughter the Goonies right now. But in my heydays, I was a lot better looking. Listen, J-Flow, marriage is not supposed to be easy. People are under this misconception that marriage is supposed to be easy. Marriage is not supposed to be easy. Marriage is a hardship. Unsubscribe to dating. Marriage is a hardship, and it's a fight. And it's a hardship that you have to hold together. Because all of this bullshit out there, they want you to break up. You know? They want you to break up. They want you to be, a single. They don't like this fucking, home or man and woman home bullshit. They want the separated, the divorce. They want all of that bullshit. Sloth loves angry. But again, this is 19 years married. Yeah, it's a fight, guys. It's a fight. And you have to know that there's going to be hard times in marriages. If you go into marriages thinking la-di-da, everything is good, your marriage isn't going to last. But if you go in knowing that there's going to be some hard times ahead, but that you're going to navigate that shit when it happens, you'll be okay. But you have to navigate it. You can't give up. You can't walk away. You can't sink into your phones. You guys can't be fighting and then turn your phone on and be like, and ignore each other because you're always on the phones. Because phones have made relationships worse, whether you're dating or married. Right? When you guys get in the fights, that's when you throw your phones on the couch. You put it in the fucking safe, right? And you put it away. And you guys talk and have conversations. That's what's meant to happen. But phones and technology today has made marriages harder, made relationships harder. And that's technology. But if you guys came home and at 6 o'clock you put your phone away, along with your kids, you put your phone away and you had fucking family time and husband and wife time, things would get better. Not easier, but better. But again, that's just me and my bullshit and recognizing all of this shit that I've gone through in the last 2 years or not longer. I am married to my chair. Me and this chair, we're never getting divorced. One of us are going to die first before we get separated. Mamacita, social media is also bad. Social media, she goes, I unsubscribe. I know you said that a while back. She goes, I unsubscribe because I got red flagged. But yeah, guys, social media also bad. And listen, not for nothing. When I look at some of these chicks online, and I'm like, look at that ass. I'm like, look at them titties, but that's the guy in me. But I also know that the woman that I date or prefer to date is not going to look like that. That is eye candy, if you will. And there are too many guys that look at that and want their wives to look like that. No, man. Absolutely not. Your wife is never going to look like fucking Tits McGee. It's not going to happen. If she already looks like that, then fine. But your wife is never going to look like that, and you have to leave it there. You have to separate the two. You can't compare another guy's wife and his life with your life and your wife, or you're never going to make it through that relationship. Period. Women do the same shit too. They look at the guy with the nice body and the six-pack ab and go, why can't he look like that? And once those thoughts enter your head, your marriage is done. You cannot compare the woman or the guy you're with to what you see on the internet. Maybe you can compare sexual positions. Maybe you can compare things you want done in the bedroom, but that's it. You can't compare the size of the guy's dick to your husband's or the size of the lady's tits to your wife. That is death in a marriage. Because then every time you go online, you're looking at the guy with the fucking, 12-inch dick, and you're looking at your husband's 2-inch penis. And then you get sad, and you sit there like this. And then in the background, the David Banner song is playing. The one where he's walking away because you're doing that. You can't do that. You got to accept the person you're with, and that's it. And never, ever compare. Once you start comparing, you're done. Once you start comparing your life, you're done. Once you start playing the game of, what if I didn't have X, Y, and Z? What if I didn't have these 3 kids? Your life is done. What if I didn't have this husband? Your life is done. Don't do it. Charles is like, put out once a week. That'd be great. But yeah, man, don't do it. And the thing is, any woman I've dated, I've never made a comparison. I never looked at any chick and went, man, I wish she looked like. No. When I look at a chick, if I'm attracted to her, I'm attracted to her first because of her physical features. All right? And then you get attracted to everything else. Nobody I was being compared to. I was being compared to. Oh, Calamity Girl said I was being compared to. Well, that sucks if you were. But, the angry counselor. But, yeah, man, yeah, don't do it. Just don't compare your life. Don't compare the kids thing, too. Oh, if I didn't have this many kids, I'd have more money. I would have had this life. Don't do that. You'll start resenting your kids. And that's a whole nother problem. A whole nother bag of problems you don't want to fucking go into. Grass is greener on the other side. Not all the times. Yeah, when I've dated chicks, I've looked at some of their features. I'm like, all right, you got to have something. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to go up to a chick and, she's built like a fucking wall, flat on all sides. I'm out on that shit. But when you meet somebody, there's always a physical attraction first, for the most part, right? No one's ever looked at a crackhead and go, I must fall in love with that guy. There is something about that crackhead and the way he's laying there all fucked up that I gotta fall in love with. Nobody does. There is a physical attraction at first, or in rare cases, an attraction of like love. That's rare. But when you look at a chick walk in the room and you go, damn, look at them titties. And then you want to get to know her after you see the titties. And then she'll say some dumb shit and you go, all right, she's just a pair of tits. But once you get the physical attraction out of the way, then you get the mind out of the way. And then you start talking to the person. Oh, man, she thinks like I do. She wants to prep. She wants to get a house in Tennessee. She wants to do this and that. Then the attraction gets better. But if all it is physical, right? Again, I never seen anybody look at a heroin addict and go, I'm in love. Look at the way she's leaning on that fucking sidewalk there. Oh my God, she's about to touch the ground. Oh, she didn't touch the ground. That's the one I want to marry. Said no one ever. Right? It's always a physical attraction. Just about always. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you get to know somebody and you look at them and you're going, I like this person. I like the way they think. I like what they stand for. And then it grows from there. And then you start looking at the physical. Sometimes that happens as well. That's happened to me a couple times. I dated a couple chicks. I went on dates with them. I was just like, oh man. And then I got to know them. I'm like, all right. And then the commonalities, like Calamity Girl says, clicked. And then it grew from there. Jason, this flag is for you. But, yeah, man. Comparing people, never a good idea. Not at all. And never compare your kids. That's a whole nother bag of problems that you don't want. Comparing your fucking kids. I wish my kid was smarter. If you have a stupid kid, you have a stupid kid. If your kid's a moron, he's a fucking moron. Have him eat more lead chip paint and then call it a day, man. But don't compare your kids. Because once you start comparing your kids, especially if you do it outwardly, if you tell your kids, I wish you were more like Melissa, that is the kiss of death, man. The kiss of death. Don't do that. That ruins relationships faster than anything. Relationship with your kids, relationship with your husband, your boyfriend. Don't do it. And the other problem with relationships that I noticed is, like we were talking about phones. The phones are a death trap because people don't know how to fucking talk, right? I've watched people go on dates and they're on their phone. Whether I go out with my kid's mother or a female friend, I stay off my phone. And I tell people out of the gates, I catch you on that phone, I'm getting up and leaving. I don't even mince my words. I'm like, if you stay on your phone longer than 30 seconds, it's done. Right? And people on dates, man, that's all they do. I watched it, and I'm pretty sure it was like their first or second date, but through the whole date, they were like, and then when they were eating, they had the phone down like this, and they're eating. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is going on? How the fuck are you guys supposed to know anybody? Like, I used to tell women, when I go on first dates, I never go to a movie. Never. My first dates is completely focused on two things. One is getting to know the woman, and if I like her, and it's okay, then the second thing is, hopefully, scoring. Not by the end of the night, but at some point, or proving to her that I'm worth fucking, the vagina. But again, that's like second or third date, maybe the fourth date, right? A chick that gives it up on the first date, that's a red flag. That's a giant red flag. And I thought about it. For any chick that I've ended up with, they've never given it up on the first date. I've known them for some time before they're giving it up. And I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, because I'm pretty sure women on here have done it. It happens. Sponge worthy. Exactly, raccoon eyes. You got to be worthy of the sponge, fucko. But yeah, movies are bad, because when you sit in a movie, you're not getting to know each other. You guys are watching a movie, right? You guys could be making out. You could be walking in a park. You could be talking more, getting to know each other. Movies are out. If I don't like the person, we're going to the movies. I don't want to hear this chick anymore. Let's go see the fucking movie. And the chick will be like, okay, and then we go see the movie. But yeah, I don't do anything. I miss the 80s. If this is your live presidential candidate speech, I'm voting for the angry. But I was in the pool. But yeah, man, listen. The whole, these trucks, I swear they get under the building, because the roadway goes underneath my building. They get under the building and they feel like they have to sound the horn out. Like fucking children these guys are. Dinner and backseat. Oh, don't get me wrong. I've had a lot of one-night stands. Like, way more than I should have. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of it. I don't regret any of it. Like, not at all. I mean, there was even... No, I'm not going to tell those stories. But yeah, I've had my time, and I had fun. Now that I'm older, you don't want that. Now that you're older, you don't want that. But yeah, the whole train, right? As I'm mentioning hoes, the whole train went. Jason, legit do the dating channel. No, I don't want any more channels. I don't want to. I could talk about this on the Angry Truth. I could do Truth After Midnight and then talk about it some more then, but I'm not doing another channel. I'm all channeled out. You date white chicks? Of course I date white chicks. I date any chick who has a pretty face, pretty eyes, and that's pretty much where it starts. And then everything else is like bonus points. Titties, ass, bonus. It's actually personality. You have to have an awesome personality. You have an awesome personality, I'm in. You have a shitty personality, no. If you talk about yourself all the time, definitely not. And a great way, guys, to gauge a woman is how she treats the staff at a restaurant. That's a fucking giant red flag. You go to the restaurant and she turns into a Karen. Did I order this? Look, there's hair in my water. What the hell? Why is it so clear? I don't like my water this clear, right? Oh, I asked for ice, not one ice, 3, motherfucker. You know, like, she starts asking or treating the help like shit. Red flag. Go to the bathroom and disappear like a genie. You know? You need to go on a live with angry cops. Yeah, because that's a red flag. The chick that treats the help like shit. What? You didn't hold the door for me? Aren't you the doorman? Yeah. No, thank you. Good night, Tia. Yeah, I'm about to go off the air anyway, too. The Angry Bachelor channel. ISIS is a conspiracy. Probably is. Probably have meds and drugs in there, and that's what's keeping us all loopy. Ha. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. You know, it's funny. People are like, do you date? What? I said, I'll date Asian chicks. I'll date, I'll date almost anything. I will not date a crackhead. Out on that shit. I've never walked up to, I did see an attractive drug addict just the other day. She just started entering the drug addict stage, and I was looking at her with disgust. She was still pretty, but you can see she was entering that transition of drugs. I was like, yeah, and even if I met that, I'd be like, you're a crackhead. I can't like you. She's like, but crackheads need love too. And I'm like, no, crackheads need crack. Get away from me. Get out of here. This has been very enlightening. Yeah, but listen, like I said, I like chicks of all race. I don't have any, like, only white girls and only black girls. Yo, you could be a fucking hot Martian. You have a nice personality, it can happen. But anyway, with that being said, guys, I'll see you later. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. Also, the thumbs up. Thank you. Please, thumbs up. It helps out a lot. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Thank you. Later next week is what I mean. Later, not the other side. I don't want to talk about heaven and next week I'm dead and I meet a lot of you fucking animals over there. Good night, guys.